Hello, hello, hello everyone and welcome. You asked for it and I'm delivering the Desperado Hive Scum. Here are the weapons with dual pistols, crowbar, the curios you need, and the talent points that you need. And finally the stim that you want. And now let me begin explaining. So, why the crowbar? The crowbar is a very interesting weapon. If you try and make this weapon into your main weapon, like in this build, obviously your Uzis, the dual Autopistols, they are your main weapon. But the crowbar, it's an interesting weapon. If you try and make it a main weapon, it doesn't really work. It just doesn't scale well. It doesn't benefit from stats somehow, for some reason. It's if you want to make it your main weapon, it's a bad weapon, at least to my opinion. But it's an extremely effective support tool. Why? Well, because you stagger everything. Look at this guy. This is absolutely insane that you can do this. You are a disgusting chem-filled drug addict whose body is basically decomposing as we speak from all the drugs in your system as a hive scum. But you can do this to a crusher? Zealots can't do that. Ogrins barely do that. Arbites barely do that. But you as a hive scum can consistently do this, and it's like a stun lock. Look, it's a stun lock. He can't move. He can't move. He can't attack me. So this is an extremely effective support tool. You can literally duel 1v1 anything using this tool completely safely. Nothing can kill you as long as you have this crowbar in melee range and you have it switched. So like it has two modes. This mode, it's extremely weak. You basically never want to be using this. It's very bad. But once you switch the modes, it becomes extremely effective against anything. So yeah, never use this. It's just really bad. Just always use this for every use possible case. This is bad. This is good. Alright. So this is an extremely effective support tool. Whenever your ultimate ability, what's it called? Enhanced Desperado. Whenever this is on cooldown, you just switch to your crowbar and you start dueling things, supporting your team while you wait for your cooldown to come back. Next up, it's the Autopistols. I've made the Autopistols, in my opinion, extremely strong. Aside from their obvious use case of just killing gunners whenever you have Desperado active, because when you have Desperado active, you gain sprint speed, you can gun and run, you can you don't take damage from ranged enemies, and you gain rending and attack damage, and you don't waste ammo. So literally anything that you fire during your ultimate ability, Desperado, is returned to you. So it's very OP. You don't use any ammo with this build. So aside from this obvious use case of just gun running down any gunner because they are defenseless against you, they can't kill you in any way while you're in your ultimate ability because it just makes you immune to bullets. Aside from this, it's actually a great boss killing weapon. But what you want to do with bosses to kill them with this weapon is actually make use of Raking Fire. If you're not shooting them, the bosses, from the back, you're gonna waste too much ammo and too much time on them. So whenever the boss spawns, what you want to do is kind of like wait for the boss to aggro someone else other than you, and then you sprint behind him and you just open up, preferably with your ultimate ability and your stim active, in their back, and it's gonna do very, very nice damage to them. Very extremely nice damage to them. It's gonna be really nice. If the boss does aggro on you, you have the what's it called? You have the bazooka, the Boombringer. So if the boss aggro's onto you and you kind of find it hard to escape, which should be rare because look at this, you've got Alirat and your dodge is insanely long and fast. Like, look at this, it's insane. So you should be able to escape any situation ever. With this build, if you're losing HP, you're doing something wrong. If you're losing HP, you're doing something wrong. Alirat makes you so powerful. So if you're doing something wrong, yeah, you're losing HP. If you're doing something, you're doing something wrong. If you're losing HP, there's no two ways about it. Alirat is very OP, makes you very safe. So let's say the boss does get you in a corner and you can't move, you can't dodge out, then you can always bring out the Boombringer and fire it at him. This will knock him back and stun him, but don't use this weapon as kind of like your main source of boss damage, because it's bad. If you're trying to use this weapon as your main source of damage, that's just wasting the weapon for bosses. They nerfed it. It used to be extremely strong, the Boombringer, but nowadays I'm actually kind of feeling like it's not that great. But it's still good. It's not bad. It's just not OP. It's fairly well balanced. So it won't deal an insane amount of damage to bosses. It's best used whenever you see there's like a huge like number of elites in one place and you just fire the Boombringer and kill them all. That's how you want to use this weapon, and you want to kind of like use it. So like imagine this scenario: you've used your ultimate, it's on cooldown, you've used your stim pack, it's on cooldown, and then there's a ton of enemies coming at you and at your team, and there's no way for you to handle this. That's when the Boombringer comes out. That's the way you want to think about this weapon. It's a failsafe. But also you don't want to like never use it because it's very powerful. So don't be like never using it thinking like, oh, it's so good that I want to use it for the perfect moment. You should use it because you can get 3 or 4 of these grenade pickups during a Havoc 14 mission. So that's like 9 Boombringers, 12 Boombringers at best. If you have a veteran, then he can put the ammo box down and that's even more Boombringers. So try and mostly use it when things are getting hard for you and your team to handle, or when you see a lot of elites bunched up in one place. And more rarely use it on bosses because it actually doesn't deal that much damage. Your best case scenario of using it on a boss is when the boss himself is inside a pack of elites. That's when it's great to use because you're gonna deal damage to the boss and kill the elites at the same time. Or when you wanna stagger the boss to help yourself out of a bad situation or help a teammate out of a bad situation. So that's the rundown of Boombringer. Next, what you want to do with your ultimate ability and your stim is use them at the same time. You want to use them at the same time, and that's why I've placed them on the same cooldown. So you have 45 seconds cooldown on your stim. With sample collector, it could be less. And you have as 45 cooldown on your enhanced Desperado as well. And with the combat ability regeneration, it's going to be less as well. So you want to use them at the same time. And why is that? Well, because you benefit extremely a lot from the fact that it gives you reload speed, 30%. You get the reload speed from here as well, 30%. So reloading benefits you a lot. It activates your unload, but generally it benefits you a lot because the way Fat Shark balanced Hive Scum is that they made his reload times very long. Now it doesn't look too long now when you look at it like that, but during a game it's actually very long because you're shooting your bullets out very fast. Like 633 bullets, they come out of your gun extremely fast. Like you blink and they're all gone. And 63 bullets in Havoc 40, they deal a lot, surprisingly a lot, to bosses when you're shooting them from behind. But it's very hard to get behind a mob and shoot it from behind. So most of the time you'll be shooting them in the face, and so you're not going to be dealing your maximum amount of output damage. So 632 bullets in Havoc 40 is probably enough to kill 2 Reapers, maybe 3, but more like 2, maybe 2.5. And that's why you wanna reload, and that's how they balanced Hive Scum, Fat Shark. They balanced Hive Scum with the fact that each bullet that you fire doesn't really do that much damage. They deal a lot of damage when you fire them all, basically, and you fire them very quickly. And so you find yourself reloading a lot of the time, and that's why I've given you in this build a lot of reload speed, because you want to be able to reload extremely fast, so that you don't waste the time of your Desperado, because it's only 10 seconds, and obviously you can enhance it. Like if you keep killing things at close range, it extends the duration by 1, and after 20 seconds of extending it, then it becomes like diminishing, so you can't extend it any longer. So let's say at best you're gonna get 35, 40, 45 seconds of Desperado, and that's why you want to reload as fast as possible, because you don't want to waste the little time that you do have in Desperado. So that's why you want to use your stim and your Desperado at the same time for that reload speed and the attack speed as well. Like your stim gives you attack speed as well, so you're gonna fire even faster. So that's what you want to do. Every time you see a lot of gunners, Reapers, that's when you want to just firstly pop your stim and then use Desperado instantly. And this will skip the animation. So what I mean by skip the animation is that so when you stim yourself. Okay, so let me explain. If you use Desperado first and then stim yourself, you're wasting time that you could be shooting in Desperado with the animation of stimming yourself. But if you stim yourself first, like you saw me do, and then go into Desperado, it kind of like quick switches to your Uzis and makes the transition between stimming yourself and starting to shoot almost instantaneous. Now, what you don't want to do is press the stim and the Desperado too quick. So, look, if you do this, you're actually not stimmed. See? So I didn't stim. So if you do it too quickly, you're not gonna stim yourself. So you wanna wait until you see him actually injecting himself with a stim, because that's when it becomes active. And that's when you wanna press Desperado to get the quick switch into your Uzis. So that's what you wanna do with Desperado and the Uzis. And then you just run around, kill the ranged first, and then you run around and kill anything else later. And once your Desperado has ended, you kind of like wanna retreat to the back lines, possibly protect other characters that are weak in melee from elites. So if you see a Crusher attacking your Psyker or Veteran, then you just go and show this guy who's boss. Because he can't do anything. Like, he can't... There's no way. Unless you have Final Toll, the Havoc modifier Final Toll, then this guy's gonna be completely stun-locked by you, hitting him with your Crowbar, and he just can't do shit. So you're extremely strong in a 1v1 situation with the Crowbar against elites. What you don't want to do with the Crowbar is try and horde clear. It's just extremely bad. It really is extremely bad, so you don't want to do this. You just mainly want to use it to fight elites. So yeah, once your Desperado and Stim are both on cooldown, you just go and defend your team or try and find elites that you can safely kill with your Crowbar. That's what you want to do once your Desperado has finished. And I think that's about it with this build. So when you want to be using this build is when on your team you see that there is not really an option for anyone to deal with ranged units. Like, yeah, sure, you can you maybe have a Psyker with a Telekine shield, and that kind of protects you from gunners to some extent. But that's not really killing the gunners, is it? It's just temporarily protecting your team with the Telekine shield from the gunners. So whenever you see your team is lacking that kind of thing, someone to quickly kill gunners, that's when you want to go the Desperado build. And actually, it's gonna be very often that happens. It's gonna be very often that teams don't actually have someone to deal with ranged units, because a lot of veterans, they run plasma gun, bolt gun, stuff like that, basically. Revolver in some cases even, which is bad, but anyway. And if they try and kill these gunners with a plasma gun or reapers with a plasma gun, it's not that it's bad, it's not that it's impossible, but it's a waste of ammo. The plasma gun is best used to just handle melee elites in a mixed horde that are rushing your team. You as a Desperado can deal with gunners extremely efficiently because you literally do not use any ammo while in Desperado. And you are completely immune to them firing. So yeah, it's OP as fuck. So and this build, the Desperado build, it works extremely well. I advise you to use it with another ammo guzzler. Okay, so an ammo guzzler is a veteran with a plasma gun or a bolt gun, for example, because they use a lot of ammo. Or a gunlugger ogren, like the ogren you saw. Maybe if you watched the video showcasing gameplay with this build, the ogren you saw in my team, he was a gunlugger. So he was using Rumbler and the gunlugger ultimate and everything. And so his main way of dealing damage was through spamming his rumbler. So if he ever ran out of ammo, he would basically be useless. And that's why me running Desperado in that situation was extremely useful for him, because I do not use ammo. I literally do not use ammo because Desperado gives me infinite ammo while it's active. And so the Ogren, the Gunlugger Ogren, which is extremely strong, by the way. Gunlugger Ogren is extremely strong. You can watch my video build guide on Gunlugger Ogren. It's extremely strong right now. They even buffed it recently even more. It's disgustingly strong. They should nerf it back. They buffed the ability, reduced its cooldown. They should nerf it back. It's too strong right now. But yeah, this build combines extremely well with Gunlugger because, or any other ammo guzzler type of class, because you don't use ammo yourself. If you're using this build correctly and mainly using your Uzis when you're in Desperado mode, then you're not gonna use ammo. And also, you have Gunslinger, which means that the guy who is using up and picking up all the ammo, he's not the only one benefiting from picking up the ammo. You're solving the main problem with Gunlugger and other ammo-hungry classes and builds by bringing this aura, the Gunslinger aura. Because now every time they pick up any kind of ammo, you are also gonna get ammo. And everyone in your whole team basically gets the ammo as well. So it's extremely strong, guys. Believe me, this build, the Desperado build that I'm showing you right now, combined with another class like the Veteran or the Gunlugger Ogren and stuff like that, that uses a lot of ammo, it's so strong. It's so OP. You can't lose a Havoc game. It's so OP. So yeah, this is everything. I believe. Oh yeah, if you run out of ammo somehow, which is impossible, you got pickpocket, so you refill your ammo by killing elites in melee. But yeah, I think this is it for the whole build and everything that you needed to know. Enjoy, have fun playing it, and find yourself a friend that loves playing Gunlugger Ogren, and just get the Havoc 40 this week. It's so OP. Desperado Hive Scum that I'm showing you, combined with Gunlugger Ogren in my other build guides, with the twin linked stubber. No, I don't recommend Gunlugger Ogren with Rumbler, but that's my opinion. The twin link stubber is better. It's so OP. Desperado and Gunlugger combined in one team, so OP. Have fun, everyone. Bye bye. See you next time.